And away we go. It is the Aftermath, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken. Right here on BearcatJournal.com. Go see our good friends at Galactic Fried Chicken. They're located in Dayton, Kentucky, right down the street from Newport on the Levee, so easy to get to if you're in and around downtown. They've got the best fried chicken in the city. They've got the best chicken tenders. Love the chicken dunkers personally. French fries, coleslaw, fried pickles are out of this world. And the Galactic sauce, for my money, the best sauce in the tri-state. Let's get this show on the road, Aaron. No need to waste time. The people are excited for the Aftermath. We're going to give the people what they want. Cincinnati, 79. Number 2, Iowa State, 70. The signature win of the Wes Miller era. Some proof of concept for this team that has been close but struggled to get over the hump. And this time they did. They were able to get across the finish line, made plays down the stretch, made their free throws, did a couple dumb things. The Buck Harris missed dunk. There were a couple turnovers that allowed Iowa State to get a little close, but they took one hell of a flurry from Momcilovic, who just shot out of his mind in the second half. And,
unconscious.
Yeah, and they stood in the ring. They took Iowa State's best shot down the stretch and still able to gut out a 9-point win. And that was a big one. And like I said on Twitter, Aaron, more than anything, happy for the fans. There has not been good.
That seems to be the overarching theme from everyone at this point.
Look, I've talked about this before, especially home games, man. Nobody wants to go to a concert and walk back to their car after the concert like, well, that sucked. And that's what losses are. You went, you spent a bunch of money, and you were not entertained. So big for the fan base. You could hear it just like, when I go outside and rip a heater after the game. The general vibe after big games has been very depressed. It was good to hear the buzz of happy people walking the concourse and outside of Fifth Third Arena. So happy for the fan base. Happy for Wes. Happy for the team. Really happy for the fan base.
I'm happy for all of those people too. I'm more happy for us that we get to talk about a win instead of another loss. It's been a depressing season for us here, having to discuss losses that have been piling up. So we get to talk about a signature win. That's the biggest win in years for this program. You like to see the bad guy get defeated. Right now, I'm considering Otzelberger a bad guy. He is proving himself to be the antagonist in this story, growing between the Bearcats and Iowa State. Last year, it was him taking the referees to a 2-minute discourse, unbeknownst to anybody else on either officiating or on either staff. So the Bearcats weren't really aware that he was taking the referees to task at halftime for 2 minutes. Today, he did it in front of everybody. It worked. You had way more free throws. You had way more fouls called against the Bearcats. And apparently, you're just allowed to use your forearm to shove a guy 3 feet before every shot. Or every first step.
Dude, have you ever seen anybody extend their forearm as much as Lipsy? That's all he does.
And it was contagious. After everyone saw Lipsy doing it, the entire team started doing it. He did it all game, and that's why Buck Harris was in his head. That's why Otzelberger lost his mind, screaming at the officials, "That's what happens! That's what happens!" What are you talking about? What happens? You give a foul because your guy can't handle some pressure? Shut up. I was tired of it. Just the Otzelberger show. I'm over it.
It's the one thing in terms of the officiating. It's the one thing that I hate the most. One team is allowed to play one way, and the other team isn't allowed to do Iowa State's defense is insanely physical. Physical. They bump and chuck and push, pressure you.
Yeah.
If you're going to let that go, then you can't call every touch foul on Cincinnati.
You got
but I will say
hand,
this.
You got called for hand checks again while you're just doing forearm push. Like, I don't understand how are you supposed to guard them when you just have these forearm shoves the entire, like, just arm bars the entire game. It was crazy, absolutely crazy. I'm surprised Buck didn't, like, I will give a hat tip to the Bearcats for not losing their minds. I thought there was a couple times, especially with Buck Harris, that he was going to lose his mind and get teed up. Kudos to him for keeping his mind on the game and at the task at hand, because you made it to the finish line without losing your mind when you should have honestly probably lost your mind.
Where I will give Cincinnati a lot of credit, there was a point, and I think I tweeted it at right around the under 8 timeout. It might have been the under 12, one of the two. Day had 3, Buck had 3, and like 5 other guys had 2. And it looked like one of those, like, man, Cincinnati's going to be like offense, defense, subbing, and just like trying to stay alive to get to the finish line.
Mm-hmm.
And Day got his 4th. Buck never picked up another one. And I don't think anybody else, like, nobody actually got into game-changing foul trouble after that point. They tightened it up. They didn't foul. They played sound defense. So a lot of credit to the guys there for understanding this is how they're calling it against us. Like, that's one of the things. Bad officiating is going to happen, especially in this league. You have to adjust. If they're going to, they're calling us for every touch foul. We're going to have to play hands off. We're going to have to be a little less aggressive, but we're going to have to be sound. And outside, I mean, what? Momcilovic made 7 threes in the second half. I think 4 of them were well guarded and just didn't matter.
To give you an idea, you finish 18-14 in personal fouls, and that's with tacking on some late ones for Iowa State trying to stay in the game. The discrepancy that I was most upset with is 17 of 27 from the line for Iowa State. Cincinnati gets 9 of 12, and I think they got 6 there at the end. So you only had 6. You only had 6 free throws before that,
and they were
crazy.
Playing downhill.
Yeah, it's the discrepancy was crazy. It was absolutely bananas. At one point, I think I tweeted out, it was like 16-8 as far as the fouls discrepancy went. It was just, to your point, yes, you have to call it fair both ways. It didn't feel that way. I don't want to get wrapped up in the officiating of it all, but I think that it was a major discrepancy in the game where it was fun to watch for about 15 minutes. It was going fair both ways, and then all of a sudden, Otzelberger loses his mind, and we can't do that. Can't do that. Garbage.
I mean, I like TJ. I think he's a really good coach, but it's a little much, man. Like, he talks to the officials more than he talks to his family.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. I mean, it's not as if we haven't seen this our whole lives. We saw Phil Jackson was the guru at it, and he probably was the one who got this whole thing started to begin with. So it is what it is. Again, just happy to see the bad guy lose.
Credit to this team down the stretch. I mean, with Momcilovic shooting like that, this very easily could have been a loss. Like, very easily could have gone the wrong way for Cincinnati. Jizzle made a great shot. Still, Jizzle and Day both with 17-footers late in the game. All day. Cashed both of them. Well, but I'm talking about at the end, they cashed both of them. They made all their free throws. I think they had 2 turnovers in that couple-minute stretch there from the under 8 to the under 4. But then didn't turn it over down the stretch. Hunter, what's up, baby? Let's go. 110% effort for 40 minutes, and we get the biggest win in the Wes Miller era. I'm going to overreact, and no one can stop me. I love it.
Hunter, are you still on deployment? Are we still entertaining you while you're on deployment? Just curious. Either way, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, really, I thought they did a great job on Jefferson, especially Baba, really using his length to frustrate him. He got 16, but boy, he had to work. 4 of 12 from the floor. He was 8 of 10 from the line, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Like, that dude is a phenomenal player. You got to make him work. You've got to make him inefficient. We're glad you're back, Hunter. You got to make him inefficient, and they made him pretty inefficient tonight, which was key.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were, again, kind of going back to where Otzelberger lost his mind on the whole Lipsy thing. Like, they were in everybody's heads. I don't think Iowa State never looked comfortable until Momcilovic just started. Again, he went into a different
out
state
of his mind mode.
Just a whole, he just went super sane. I don't know what else you want to call it. I mean, it was absolutely crazy. It was also fun to watch. I enjoy watching regardless. I enjoy watching good basketball. And I can't believe some of the shots he was making. By the way, he finishes with 8 of their 9 threes. They go 9 of 21. He goes 8 of 14. They only made one other three outside of him. He was the only one who could find the shot. He was the only one who could make the shot. And it even took him a while to get going before he just finally just splashed everything.
Well, he just started, like, they had to have somebody. So he just started firing threes at the rim, even when he was guarded.
Even when he was 20 feet behind the arc, he just shot one from the logo at one point. Like, heat check from the logo. What are we doing?
To the point in the chat, got the lead and never gave it up. The last Iowa State lead was 8-7 with 14:45 left to go in the game. And then Cincinnati led for the final 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Or 35 minutes, sorry.
Well, they tied it at one point, didn't they?
Well, yeah, but I mean, in a sense, they never gave up the lead over the final 35 minutes. And I do think it was only tied once from there, because that's when Celestine got hot and hit
what a day for him.
Yeah, I mean, he cooled off, but
the fast break 3,
top of the key.
Oh, I hate it, but it went in. That's my least favorite thing on a fast break, but it went in, so can't be upset.
The way he was shooting, cool. I said it to Keegan before the game, watching him in warmups, I don't think he missed. Like, I legitimately don't think he missed. I said to Keegan,
he was feeling himself.
I said, he looks like he's going to hit about 4 of them today. Nailed it.
I feel like he's got a little Antoine Walker in him.
A little bit. I almost didn't have to pay Keegan for the rest of 2026 because I had Baba hitting 2 threes on the day. He made one, and then he had one in the second half that bloop and popped out. I was like, almost got free Keegan for 2026.
You did see how much frustration he had in that 3. Just finally, just throwing his hands up into the air, thanking God, thanking whatever God you believe in, the basketball gods, real God, whatever.
How big was Tillery? 5'8", maybe 5'9"?
You're dumb.
He played. I mean, we'll get to him, but in those, there were some important minutes there where Day was battling foul trouble. That you needed him to come in and play well, and I thought he came in and played well.
Contributions from everybody tonight were outstanding. Even with Sean Abayev not getting a shot to fall of his 2, I thought that he was rebounding. He looked, again, just he was finding a good pass when just not making shots. Didn't waste a whole bunch of shots trying to find it. I thought McKinley played really great minutes down the stretch. I mean, it was just, I don't think anybody had a bad. You had to have a great game to be in this one, to win this one. And I think that it was a collective effort top to bottom. There's nobody tonight that I can look at and be like, you just really didn't do enough tonight.
Is it Celestine or Celestine? Yes.
On the telecast, they say it both ways.
I say it both ways. You say it, but it's whatever rolls off my tongue.
Whatever you feel, use your heart. Just use your heart. I don't think he gets mad.
Is it true Abayev unfollowed all Cincy accounts and deleted posts on social media? I believe so.
I don't know.
I can say this. I've never looked at his Instagram account to know what was there. I know Cincinnati stuff is not there anymore.
I have no idea. I don't care.
How is it not a foul when the dude took McKinley to the ground? Great question. 6-1 in the game programs. That's hilarious that they list him at 6
with the hair.
With lifts. Like there's no chance. Maybe 5'10. Maybe. Am I going Ronnie, Big Ron, what's up? I know he asked me if I was going to Arizona. I am not. Arizona's really damn good. Agreed. They're also in like a 4-point game with UCF right now. So maybe the Knights will beat them up a little bit before we get to Wednesday night.
If they lose, they're not number one. If Cincinnati beats them, so I mean, do you want them to lose?
No, you don't want them to lose. You want them to win.
I agree.
Yeah, that was the one I loved. Baba gets shoved, but 2 hands, full shove, and they call Baba for the travel.
Tried to split the gap.
Took care of the ball
Mm-hmm.
against immense Iowa State pressure. Only turned it over 8 times.
Yeah.
That was massive. They out-rebounded Iowa State 39-32, including 15-11 on the offensive glass. So that was pretty big. Fast break points, Cincinnati 13, Iowa State 2. Points off turnovers, Cincinnati 20, Iowa State 10. This is what I was talking about with you Wednesday night, Aaron. When they can get out and run a little bit, it opens up everything. When you clog them up and you don't let them get in a rhythm in transition, this offense struggles. I mean, we've seen it the entire season. We saw it again tonight. When they can get out and run a little bit, then they start to feel a little bit better offensively, a little more cohesive offensively. I thought they did a really good job handling the Iowa State pressure. I mean, they're a monster to try to run your offense against. They blitz you, they jump the ball screen, they push you way back. And we have seen this. They had 27 turnovers 2 years ago? Something crazy?
Something like that. Yeah. I thought that Baba Miller actually was the one who broke their defense. He destroyed their defense with the passes. His passes to the corner were outstanding. Finding the open man. When towards the end there, when he was making the pass to hit both Jizzle and Dede for those 18-footers that you talked about. I mean, just again, this team will go as Baba Miller goes. And tonight was another example of that because he cracked the code and kept this offense finding the open man, they weren't forcing a ton. You didn't end up at the end of shot clock an awful lot. You did a handful of times, maybe, where you had to just throw something up. But I just commend them. They really did their homework, and I didn't think they had a shot in hell. I was shocked.
I didn't either. I thought it could be close. Like Iowa State's not playing. They're not playing as well as they were playing when they beat Purdue by 1,000 at Mackey Arena.
Yeah,
like they were humming at that point in time. I noticed this with Otzelberger's teams. They will hit lulls, like multi-game lulls, and then he'll get it turned back on, and they'll go on another run. They did it a couple times last year where they'd lose 2 or 3 in a row, and then they get back on track. So you were in a position to catch them kind of teetering, wobbling a little bit. Wobbling is probably a better word.
I won't say that they played a great game, but I don't know that I'm ready to say that they were in a lull. I think that Cincinnati was simply the better team today.
I agree. But Iowa State has kind of been their MO under Otz. They'll go on these 15, 16 game winning streaks, and then they'll have a 2 or 3 game blip where teams will start to figure them out a little bit, defend them better, take them out. I thought Cincinnati took them out of what they really wanted to do. They made things really difficult for Lipsy and Jefferson, and they've only got 3 guys that really can beat you, and they made things really hard for 2 of them.
Last year, we had heard murmurs about their locker room having major issues, so I think that was why
they weren't paying guys what they promised them. Well, that usually will cause problems in the locker room.
Maybe they had somebody who took down all the social media. Who knows?
Bearcats went 13 of 18 from 2 in the second half. Yeah, they were great at the rim. They did a really good job in the paint today. 10 of 14 on layups, 0 of 2 on dunks.
As much as I don't want to see him take another 3, he took 2 today. Buck Harris should also not try and dunk ever again. That was important points that you just gaffed.
If he played the way he did today on Lipsy, I don't really care what else he does.
Just lay it in. Just lay it in.
You took the head of the snake. You took the head of the snake and you cut it off for Iowa State, and that was a huge factor in this game for Cincinnati. Anyway, UC wins without the return of Jizzle. Probably not this game because Wes mentioned this in the post game, and I fully agree. He was outstanding handling the pressure, and he was the point guard tonight. They do a lot of shared. I bring it up, you bring it up, whatever. Jizzle was the point guard today, and he did a great job navigating a lot of that Iowa State heat.
My favorite play from Jizzle tonight was when he recognized that he was about to get double teamed there in the last couple minutes of the game, and he dribbles back out and finds the pass instead of just chucking up a shot or taking a shot with a hand in your face or a fadeaway 18-footer. Instead, he dribbles it back out and finds the pass instead of trying to play hero ball. And I think that is something that we would not have seen a year ago.
Well, I mean, the reality is, Aaron, it looks a lot better when the shots go in, right? Like
all the time.
You know, he finishes 6 of 12, 1 of 3 from 3, 15 points, made both of his free throws. They were late, only 1 turnover. If he had scored 6, we wouldn't be as glowing about his floor game. But he played a great floor game, and he scores 15. That's big progress for him.
Absolutely.
Does Abaya play at all when Kerr gets back? Yeah. Look, guys. I hate when we do this, Aaron. The guy's struggling. You know what? If you stick with him and maybe he's mad and frustrated, I get it. He's a 5-star. Played in the McDonald's All-American game. You're gonna be mad when you're gonna be upset when you're getting 5 minutes a game. He got 5 minutes tonight. You're gonna be mad. But guess what? If you stick with it, if you work with him, if you keep him engaged, you're probably going to need him at some point in time down the stretch where he's going to hit a 3. All of a sudden, I mean, he had a good night against Colorado where he's going to score 8, 10, 12 points in a game that you need him desperately. People give up on guys way too quick, man. Way too quick.
I'm not ready to give up on him, but my question is, where are you getting Abayev minutes right now? Because I'm not taking a ton of minutes away from Celestine the way he played tonight. I thought this was his best game as a Bearcat.
And now it looks like his back is pretty much as good as it's probably going to get.
Yeah, better.
Neil, he played 1 rotation in the first half, didn't play in the second half.
But Tucker, again,
he's young, man. He's young. He's frustrated. Seems like he's giving up on the team. You want me to name other guys that gave up on Cincinnati their freshman year? Eric Hicks, Kenya Martin, like the guys that we don't that it's not out in public that they quit during their freshman season because it wasn't going the way that they thought it would go. That's a long list.
I was gonna say, didn't SK have the situation like that his freshman year?
No, I mean he was at first he didn't want a red shirt when they went to him after they got Lance and they were like, hey, we want you to red shirt. He was like, I ain't red shirting. And then they talked to him and got him to, come back around, and the rest is history. But look, he's not playing well. He's frustrated. He's 18, 19 years old. Take a deep breath. Let it figure itself out. Let it figure itself out. You're going to need him at some point in time if he sticks around.
Probably.
What else you got?
I don't know. I was going to say, I don't know that I have much else. Big win. SK just did rap videos with Lance. Get out of here, Ed. What are you doing?
But yeah, he's also playing in the best conference in the country. Yeah, I don't think it's arguably. I think the Big 12 is inarguably the best conference in the country this year. I mean, you make a good point, Brendan. Fans said he's giving up on the program as if fans weren't trying to wear paper bags to games.
Yeah, you're right.
You're not wrong, Brendan. You're not wrong. All right, let's go through it, Aaron.
Let's do it. He's back, Chad. Day Thomas, 19 points, 8 of 18 from the field, 3 of 10 from 3. 2 rebounds, both defensive, 1 assist, 4 fouls, 2 turnovers, 1 block, 2 steals, 26 minutes played, plus 20 to lead all Bearcats. The only head-scratching moment I had with Day was whatever that play was drawn up going into halftime. I don't know what that was. It was terrible, and he just heaves a shot. But outside of that, he played an outstanding game, both offensively and defensively.
Imagine how much better it even could have been without the foul trouble.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I mean, he only played 26 minutes and had an outstanding stat line. If he gets set up to 30, 32 minutes, like, you're talking about a 20-point game probably. We say this all the time. I just love seeing it from Day. I love seeing him in those big moments, step up, hit shots, go to the line, knock down free throws, be the kind of ultimate teammate that he is, and feel really good after the way that the start of this season went. You never want your last year to kind of look like this, right? You never want it to, you're going to leave with the fan base not remembering you the way that we remember Gary Clark or, name a bunch of guys, Jacob Evans, Troy Copain, Justin Jennifer, like whatever. Day has been an incredible Bearcat, and good for him with the game kind of in the balance in the second half to step up and play the way that he did.
After the Colorado game, we were begging for him to be more aggressive. We wanted to see him shoot more than Buck Harris. We wanted to see him shoot more than Jizzle. He did both those things tonight. He looked like the leader of this team outside of Baba Miller. And Baba didn't have a great night points-wise. He only finishes with 8. You don't win this game without Day Thomas being this version of Day Thomas. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that is something I wanted to get to in the previous segment, and I forgot, Aaron. Only 13 points from Baba and Cham, and this offense still put up 79 without going to the free throw line. That they were incredibly efficient, even though your most effective guys, especially since Big 12 play has started. Kudos to Cincinnati. Iowa State obviously wanted to limit those guys, take those 2 guys away as much as possible. And the team still found a way to put points on the board without them being double-digit, heavy, contributors. So I thought that deserved a mention as well.
Yeah, they used their space on the floor well. They made good Cham struggled making good passes, especially trying to find Baba. But Baba made outstanding passes all night. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Follow that up with his partner in the backcourt, Jizzle James, 15 points, 6 of 12 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, makes both of his free throws late in the game, 1 defensive rebound, his only rebound, 1 assist, 2 fouls, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 30 minutes played plus 5.
Like I said, the points were great. His floor game was even better. His ability to orchestrate the offense, handle Iowa State's pressure. I mean, they blitz and jump ball screens like crazy. And, you know, we've talked about this in the past when playing Iowa State, Aaron. What it does is you're in the middle of your offensive set, and now your guard is 2 steps away from midcourt, and you're completely out of your offense. And I thought he still managed to get into the teeth of that defense, which is something the past couple games that we've had problems, you know, when talking about him, he hasn't done effectively. Made the defense collapse. They were able to move the ball. Wes mentioned this post game, did a really good job finding cutters today, which usually is not something you see a ton of out of this offense, including maybe the biggest basket of the game when they found Buck on that cut baseline underneath the rim and he laid it in to kind of, you know, put it, I don't want to say out of reach the way Momcilovic was shooting, but at least make it a lot more difficult for Iowa State to win.
I thought it was a dagger. I thought it was a dagger. Would have had to have been like a Reggie Miller against the Knicks type 3-point flurry.
The way Momcilovic was shooting it in the second half, that was possible.
Well, also with the fouls, the way they were calling fouls, you probably could have ended up with a Reggie Miller type situation. And in any case, 11 points in 8 seconds or whatever he had.
Yeah.
I thought Jizzle, though, I mean, you end up 10 of 14. I think part of that is because he was taking good shots down low. He had some floaters down there. He had a layup. Just they moved the ball well. They received the ball well. They made good moves, heady moves. Between Day and Jizzle, you end up with 3 turnovers total for the guys who are your main ball handlers.
Yeah.
No one has more than 2 turnovers the entire game.
And 2 of those were late. Like I said, in between that under 8 and under 4 timeout, they each turned it over once.
It was just outstanding guard play. You talked last game about Cincinnati not having better guards than Colorado's backcourt. I thought today they were the better guards.
They definitely outplayed Lipsy and Toure. And look, Toure, whatever.
I think it's Toure.
That dude is a menace defensively.
Well, he got to do the things that Buck Harris was doing early in the game, but then started getting called for after 15 minutes.
Yeah. But he only had 4 points, and Lipsy only had 7. So James and Thomas combined for 34, and Toure and Lipsy combined for 11. And you're going to win a lot of games when your 2 starting guards are outscoring their 2 starting guards by what? 23 points?
Well, it also helps when you go 14 of 30. It's decent numbers.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, keep it moving. 12 points for off the bench. Jalen Celestine, 4 of 10 from the field. All threes, 4 of 10. 1 offensive, 4 defensive, giving him 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 fouls, 26 minutes played, plus 14. Dude was feeling himself.
Those 3 in the first half set the tone. Like that gave Cincinnati the momentum. Guys
brought the crowd into it.
Brought the crowd into it. Guys are playing with a little pep in their step. It wasn't the Colorado game, it just felt like everybody was waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? Like they had lost so many close games. Everybody was just kind of waiting for the late game, like theatrics. This game, it felt like, hey, we can knock off the number 2 team in the country. Like the arena was into it. The fans were energized. There wasn't that kind of lull. And that's human nature. When your team's playing well, they're playing a really good opponent, the arena gets louder. People get more into it. People want to stand up and yell and scream and cheer. And there weren't a lot of dead periods where it felt like the energy was gone. And I give a lot of credit to Celestine for that. Celestine, whatever. Pick one. I might just say both from now on so that I know that I'm always getting it right.
It's fine.
But yeah, I give him a lot of credit. Those 3 threes, especially the one on the fast break, the second one, top of the key, fast break. The defense sagged and he just bang. It was like, okay. I think that made it 13-8, something like that. And everybody was like, okay, got maybe have a little fun on this Saturday afternoon.
If they don't beat Colorado, I don't think the arena is anywhere near as into it today as what they were.
Probably not. Probably not.
Regardless of what those threes were. But again, because you beat Colorado and you come into this game, you're down 4-0, and instead of letting Iowa State build that lead, Celestine starts playing out of his mind initially.
Yeah.
He came down to earth a little bit. He didn't go Momchilovich or anything, but
he hit a big one in the second half as well.
He did. But
I like the guy a lot. I think he can play. 12 points, 5
12, 5, and 2. That's exactly what you need out of him. That's what we've talked about it all season. These are the kind of lines you want from him. Yes, again, just another guy, another feather in the cap, if you will, of why you end up upsetting the number 2 team in the country.
Why you traded Dan Skillings for Jalen Celestine?
Well, one's available and one's currently not. So,
anywho.
12 for Buck Harris, 3 of 8 from the field. Stop shooting threes, 0 for 2, 6 of 8 from the line. Big free throws down the stretch for a guy who has had some struggles at the line this year. 1 offensive, 3 defensive, giving him 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 fouls, 1 block, 2 steals, 20 minutes played, -4, and 1 stern talking to from the official crew.
He's a little spicy. He gets a little crazy at times.
Good. You needed that.
Yes. But I mean, Cincinnati needs him defensively. The offensive stuff is a bonus. Look, he's gonna try to get to the rim and get fouled. He was getting those calls today. 6 of 8 from the line. Big from him, especially in the second half and down the stretch. And they need his energy.
Mm-hmm.
I would like for him to stop shooting threes the same as you would. You know, I very rarely am a proponent of guys not shooting threes when they're open. I could live without him shooting threes if there's nobody else on the floor. Like everybody is over at their bench and there's nobody actively on the floor. I still think I'd be okay if he didn't shoot a three.
It's about as high percentage as him making a dunk as we saw today. So
lay it in
without the 2 threes and the missed dunk. He would have been 3 of 5, and that looks a lot better. Or 4 of 6 if you make the layup instead. But I digress. His energy was great. He was really good on Lipsy. He was threw Lipsy off from the jump, and Lipsy never got back on track. That was all courtesy of Buck Harris.
He made it, and I was really interested to see how they were going to do that because they're playing Momchilovich at the 3 a lot of the time, and that is a serious mismatch issue for Cincinnati. I thought we might see Buck on him, but I like that they went more with Buck on Lipsy just to keep that. I mean, a lot of the times, Aaron, if you watched as the game went on, they were having Toure bring the ball up the floor just to avoid that pressure that Harris was putting on Lipsy. And then when they came across half court, they would flip it to him. But
Lipsy was a mess with Buck Harris on him. Like they were doing everything they could. They had guys coming up and kind of running soft screens, trying to just get the ball up court, doing literally whatever they could. So you didn't have this angry little chihuahua at your ankles, just waiting to break skin.
Yep. So I thought Buck had a really good game.
I agree. And he looked like one of the people who had the most fun celebrating the win.
Agreed.
8 points for Baba Miller. 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 1 of 2 from the line, 5 offensive, 7 defensive, giving him 12 rebounds. He was 1 bucket away from another double-double. 4 assists in this one, 2 turnovers, 2 blocks, massive blocks by him tonight. It didn't even look like no one else on the court could have done what he did to get both of those blocks. 1 steal, 34 minutes played, +3.
Rare for him, 5 offensive rebounds, 7 on the defensive end. He was still outstanding on the defensive end, but 5 offensive rebounds for his total of 12. His passing is what really has caught my eye of late. Like the cross court, the skip passes, the one to Day, I think in the corner was outstanding. Or was that Celestine?
I think he hit both. I think he had both passes to both of those guys in the corner. I don't know if both of the shots went in, but I know Day's did. I don't know. I don't recall if Celestine's did when he made that pass or not. But just finding the guy in a play like that, like sometimes they fall, sometimes they don't. But that's the shot you want in that situation.
And Iowa State is sending doubles. Like they're trying to get the ball out of his hand, and to have the wherewithal to use his height, know the double is coming, and then to deliver the pass where the defense is at its weakest on the opposite side in the corner. Just his basketball IQ is outstanding. He knows where the ball's coming off the rim for rebounds. Like he just has a great feel for how to play, for what's being asked of him, what the moment calls for. It wasn't scoring the ball today. It was on the glass. It was as a facilitator, and he excelled in those roles when the scoring stuff wasn't there for him.
He should excel in those roles because he's played a lot of global ball. He's seen a lot of different basketball, things that some of these guys haven't been exposed to. So you saw some of that come through today in some of the passes he was making. So, yeah, I'm with you. And he still gets it done on the glass. 5 offensive rebounds. That's fantastic. Usually he's the defensive guy, and he still led everybody with the defensive rebounds, but also led everyone with the offensive as well today.
I mean, I think he gives opponents a lot of problems in trying to figure out how to keep him off the glass because you just can't do it.
I mean, you saw the screens they were having to put on him when Momcilovic started losing his mind. They were all because Baba was on him, and they were screening the hell out of him to get Momcilovic free. I'm not certain all of them were legal screens, but
they were screens nonetheless.
5 points for Mustafa Cham, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 4 offensive, 2 defensive, giving him 6 rebounds. And that is your second leading rebounder. That's where I want to see you, Mustafa Cham. His effort looked fantastic rebounding today, I thought. I thought 2 assists, 2 assists, 2 fouls, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 22 minutes played, -8.
And of those 6 rebounds, 4 of them were on the offensive end.
Yeah. Well, even on the defensive stuff, I felt like more so than a lot of games, the effort was there. He wasn't necessarily coming up with the ball, but the effort was there. He's in and around the ball, and I don't feel like I've seen that. And I was thinking about this the other night after I kind of went off about him with his 2 rebounds. Do you think they're asking him to be more of a shot disruptor, and that's what's taking him out of the play to make rebounds?
Some. I just think he's not a great individual defender. So I think he's having to spend a lot more time defending his guy than he is focusing on the rebound.
Boxing out,
like being in good rebounding position when the shot goes up.
We know he's athletic, and we know what he can do as far as blocking shots and things of that nature. I just wonder how hard it is for him to try and be the shot disruptor for things that are coming downhill, and then to get back on the floor, turn around, get yourself in position to get the rebound if you've been trying to disrupt a shot. So maybe I've been a little overly critical on him, if that is the case.
I don't think he chases, if you compare him to Aziz, I don't think he chases down weak side blocks as much as Aziz did.
Okay.
I think Aziz loved like just standing there and trying to hunt weak side blocks. I don't think Cham moves as well as Aziz does or did. So Aziz is a little bit more laterally. I think that's the other thing, Aaron. Like one of the reasons Baba is so great is his ability to rebound out of area. Like anywhere. We've seen Baba go get rebounds from anywhere.
His catch radius is outstanding.
Cham, it's a lot of like, did it come near him? If it was in his vicinity, he's an okay rebounder. When it's not in his vicinity, he's not going to get it.
Well, and I guess that's what I'm getting at is if he's there to be a disruptor down low, if you're not positioning yourself on the weak side, then you're not going to come up with a ton of rebounds because you're there for a different purpose. So I just want to make sure that if I am being critical, my critical is warranted as opposed to just me spouting off.
Most of the time your criticism's unfair at times. Cham needs to be a better rebounder. Like there's nothing that is happening that should put him in a position where he gets 2 rebounds in a game. He should always, because of his size, have 5 rebounds. Like 5 balls should come to him.
That should be an average, yes.
Yeah.
What's his average right now? Before this game, he was at 6.4.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised by that. He must have had a big...
Yeah, but it's some games with 9, some games with 3.
I was going to say, there must have been some big games in non-con that have slipped my mind.
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep it moving, though. We will go to Tyler McKinley. 4 points, 2 of 3 from the field. 2 offensive, 1 defensive, giving him 3 rebounds, 1 foul, 17 minutes played, plus 17 in those 17 minutes.
He did a great job as the game wore on and Cincinnati started to pull away a little bit. Iowa State, I guess they kind of have to because they don't have a lot of depth as it is. I think they're much better when Jefferson plays small ball 5. They did that late in the game, and Cincinnati switched to McKinley to guard Jefferson because he's much more physically able to guard Jefferson than Cham is. So I asked Wes about it after the game, and he said it was just kind of a matchup thing, but that Tyler is coming a long way defensively. And I know some of their analytics will show that their best defensive unit includes Tyler McKinley at the 5.
If he was not available for this game because of injury or something of that sort, I truly don't know if they win this game because I think Jefferson probably could have lit you up a little bit. And I don't know if the extended minutes that you would have had for Cham and Halvin Zella would have gotten the job done.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Tyler did excellent, especially defensively. And if you looked, a lot of that time, Can you hear me?
Your video has paused, but I can hear you. Yes.
I don't know what just my entire screen went black for a second.
I can hear you clicking around, and you are still framed. At least it's not a terrible still frame, at least.
Okay. I don't know what. Now I'm flustered. Anyway, they asked Tyler to play a lot of minutes down the stretch of this game, which you find yourself in the closing lineup. You feel pretty good.
Just put your there you go.
I'm so confused as to what's happening. My Wi-Fi is fine. It's not my computer went black. Like it's not a Wi-Fi issue. I have no idea what's happening.
We'll figure it out. Well, we're almost done anyway. 4 points for Keyshawn Tillery, 2 of 4 from the floor, missed both of his threes. 1 offensive, 1 defensive, giving him 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 fouls, 1 steal, 19 minutes played, -3. Great job tonight for Keyshawn Tillery. Great job.
I thought he was outstanding. I thought he did I was going to try it. I thought he did a really good job in the minutes that he was asked to kind of get this thing, keep it on track. Like what you can't have in those situations, Aaron, where Day-Day's dealing with foul trouble or Jizzle needs a breather or whatever. You can't have that guy come off the bench and all of a sudden the other team goes on a 6-0 run, 7-0 run. I think it feels like as his minutes continue to increase, his level of play continues to increase, right, Hunter? He's risen to the occasion. He's getting more and more comfortable every time out, and that is a good thing for the Bearcats. I love how he plays.
The 4 points that he made were not easy points either.
No.
That was him just finding lanes. I thought for a second, I thought that he actually broke that guy's ankle. He was not going to be able to come back into the game. He definitely did twist the guy's ankle, who went down and could not come back for several minutes. But that was all courtesy of a nice little crossover by Keyshawn, and he worked for his 4 points tonight. Nice job tonight.
Yeah, did really, really well.
Last but not least, Sean Abayev, no points, 0 for 2, all threes. 2 defensive rebounds, 1 assist, 2 fouls, 5 minutes played, +1.
Really good assist. I mean, I think we all agree, he needs to kind of relish that playmaker role a little bit more. No, he doesn't remind me of Troy at all, Hunter. At all. Not even a little bit does he remind me of Troy.
He's not talking about Abayev. He's talking about Tillery.
He's talking about Tillery, I know.
Yeah. But
Tillery does not remind me. He's 6 inches shorter. He's a great defender. Troy was not a great defender. Troy was much more offensive oriented than Tillery. But Abayev, I mean, it is what it is, guys. He's struggling. It's in his head. I think he's being a good teammate about it to this point. We'll see what happens. Aaron and his ankle theories. We'll see what happens with the Instagram stuff, all that. But yeah, I mean, I think he's trying to get through it, Aaron. I don't think he's forcing things when he's out there. I don't think he's being selfish. I just think he's not playing well.
You kind of got back into the trying to get your 3 free throws again tonight from Sean Abayev, where the fadeaway threes, which I know you're just trying to find your rhythm, but the officials have seen it at this point. You're not catching anybody.
Well, he just had it twice in the last game. They're not that onto it yet.
And he still tried. I think he still tried a third time. It's just take your shot. If you get fouled, you get fouled, but just take your shot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't get. I said this earlier, but I think his minutes were good tonight. I think he played well as a teammate. He took shots that he should have taken. It's just a matter of getting them to fall, and right now they are missing more than they are making.
Yep. All right, and then how about that? He's the only guy that didn't score.
He is the only guy who did not score.
8 guys put points on the board.
4 with double digits.
On the board. Yep.
Love it.
Love it. I mean, this is life in the Big 12, Aaron. You get a big home win over number 2 in the country. Wes is now kicking the world's ass. You get a big home win over the number 2 team in the country, and your reward, Aaron, Wednesday, number 1 Arizona. They're up 79-73 over UCF with 34.1 seconds to go.
By the way, I did see somebody ask earlier in the chat while we got 100 of you here. Jeff Howell has been doing the imaging for the show with the thumbnails and what have you from the brunch So that is not me. I cannot take credit for that. But hat tip to him. He's been doing great with these. They're fantastic.
Yep. Thank you, Jeffrey. Kirk comes off the IL to score 20. That would be nice. I don't know what's up with my camera. I really hope I don't have to buy a new one. Anywho, that's the aftermath. We will, Aaron and I will be back to recap the Big 12 tomorrow night, and then Monday.
Or is it Monday?
The boys will be together.
Brent said he's going to the game.
That's the aftermath. Brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken. Right here on BearcatJournal.com.